Hey everybody, welcome to Off Grid with Brad and Kelly. I have a problem. I have great, beautiful chickens. My chickens like to go out and free range throughout the day. It's part of our daily chores to let them out. At nighttime, they come into their coop. I have 16 chickens in there that sleep right now, all free ranging throughout the day. And we bring a little bit of leftover scraps from meals, sometimes just some brush that we cut down, or some chicken scratch, and they go right in. My problem is a watering solution. Right now their watering solution is very small, and it's a daily or even 2 times a day upkeep because they'll run back, get some water from their coop, and then go back out. Now I have a solution that I really hope is going to work. It's great for relieving dependency from the grid, and that's really every decision that we make now is, does this make us more dependent on does it make us more grid tied, or does it take us further away? There were a lot of easy solutions like a hose setup, automatic chicken waterers, things like that. But let me tell you, if I lose the ability to run water in my house because a pump fails or anything else, I don't want the chickens to get the last of that water. I'd much rather my family get it. So I'm looking for an interim solution that will allow me to give the chickens enough water that I don't have to do it twice a day, and it will give me less dependency on a grid-tied solution. So far, I think I found the ticket. These are little chicken floats. They go right inside of a 5-gallon bucket, and I'm really hoping that they work as advertised. Very inexpensive. They cost around $1 a piece. I think we got them for around 86 cents a piece. So I'm going to put 4 of these inside of a 5-gallon bucket, and let's take a look at how I do that. Now the easiest thing to do, of course, would be to find the appropriate size drill bit and drill using a power tool 4 holes into the bucket, put the unit in, and let it rip. I wanted to go with a little bit less grid dependency, and I found an appropriate size piece of metal. I had 3 choices: the end of a screw, the fat end of a screw. I had a tent peg that was similarly sized, but I found a metal drill bit that was very close in size, a little bit smaller, and I'm hoping that the threads that are on the chicken waterer will make a groove inside of that smaller hole once I put it into the plastic. So I started a fire earlier today, and what I'm going to do is just push some coals around. I've got a Leatherman here, and I'm going to get my drill bit red hot, and then using the Leatherman, I'm just going to press it through the metal, through the plastic. These buckets are HDPE 2, so they are susceptible to heat. I can actually feel a little bit of the softening just from keeping it so close to the fire here for a little bit. This is a roaring fire. It was earlier anyways. And you guys know us. I would rather cook over an open fire with some ash and alkaline in my food than over the propane stove any day. So we went ahead and made some food on here. Sometimes I think that the food that I have over a fire is the best food every time, even beating out the last time that I ate it. But I think I'll say that this time as well. It is the best food that I have cooked on a fire yet. I'm going to go ahead and test. After I give this 2 or 3 minutes in the coals, I'm going to test on the plastic and just see how easily the metal makes it through. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. I can see the metal starting to change color here. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and see how easily it goes through. Now I wanted the chicken water not to touch the ground once it's in the bucket. I don't care that I'll have a little bit of loss down at the bottom where it won't gravity feed into it, but I didn't want a chance of it moving, as I put the bucket on the ground. Okay, so you see right there, went right through. Let's go ahead and heat that back up and see how close we are. Okay, we're real close. So what I think I'm going to do is, they say you don't have to seal these in, but I think I'm going to place a little bit of silicone caulking right around it. And now this is something that we have in our house and roof repair kit. It's just normal silicone caulk. and I'll make sure to clean up the inside of it after I put it through, and I'll probably put a little bit around both sides afterwards. Okay, you see there, we're getting a screwed fit in, just like I was hoping for. Looks just about right. Okay, so I've got all 3 sides done. I decided to go with 3 instead of 4. You know, the chickens, they kind of sit 2 to 3 to a side right now when they're drinking, so I think 4 would be a little bit overkill. If I see that they need more at one time, of course, I'll just change it then. I sat the drill bit back in the fire to let it heat up, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean it off because it does have some of the HDPE2 plastic on it, and I don't want that plastic affecting my ability to use it in the future. I'm gonna let this cool and get some water in it and show you guys how it works. Okay, I've given the silicone and the plastic some time to cool. It's cool to the touch. The silicone is beyond tacky, starting to harden a little bit on the outside. I really want to see if this will hold water without leaking. Let's give it a shot. Now these chicken waterers, they're gravity fed. They work by the chickens pecking at the little yellow, I guess, nipple or flange that's in there. And as they peck it, that starts to let more water out. So as they continue to peck at it, it continues to fill up until it's empty. I'm excited about this. I'm going to scale it up, maybe to a 50-gallon tote or something once I see that it works. Maybe gravity feed those into some 5-gallon buckets. We're about halfway up right now. We are so far so good. No leaks. I'm excited. This is going to save us a lot of time. It's one of those things that, sure, it's a daily necessity, but the more that you can do not to have it be a part of your everyday chore will make you that much further along, take you that much further along in getting your other projects done. Well guys, as you can see, the chickens really like it. Makes them happy, makes us happy, and it's less that we have to do on a day-by-day basis. I think what I'll end up doing eventually is putting it on a larger cistern, something that is rain catchment fed. I think that would be probably my best bet. Right now though, it's taking what was probably 0.7 gallons and turning it into a 5-gallon watering system. Because they only sleep in there, and they come out and free range throughout the day, I wouldn't be opposed to, in the short term and the very cheap and easy term, putting 2 of those in there, and then I have 10 gallons. It's real easy to fill up. Right now it's on either my chore list or my oldest son's chore list for our daily chores and projects, but it's going to free up some time and allow us to do some other things. So for a recycled but very clean 5-gallon bucket, a 86-cent per piece chicken waterer, and some gravity, I think it was a great investment of time and money. I hope that you guys will give it a shot at your homestead. From Kelly and I to you and yours, please, as always, stay safe and keep watch.